Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here, and today I'm going to do a video on three cheap, we'll call them penny stocks that I'm in, and I just want to do an update on them. I'm still holding these. I still like them. I'm going to just give you an update of where I am and what they look like. Remember, anytime we deal with a penny stock or anything under $5, it's usually a momentum play or some. It's very hard to put anything into these. So if you do get a pop on it, by all means take profits. We don't never know where these things are going to go and how much momentum they're going to have behind them. And if the news out there moves these things, these are just examples. I mean, every day you see this in the market, especially if you trade actively each day. You'll probably have a source that kind of gives you stocks that are moving aggressively, like stocks that are moving up over 100% for the day. And most of those very easy to move 100%. All you have to do is go from 10 cents to 20 cents or $1 to $2. And in cases like this, it's that could be big money. So it's important to pay attention to, and sometimes it's fun to get into. But remember, this is not a typical type of style that I trade. This is like going to Vegas. This is like going to a casino. You know that the house is probably going to win, but you like the action and you're just trying something different. It's not an HPS quality divergent setup or anything like that. It is pure, high risk trading. So with that said, because today I started seeing this PTOTF here going. This is Patriot One Technologies, and what they have a radar, and I talk about this on my radio show. When I found this one, it was probably back when there was the church shooting last year. Was last year? These things happened, but there was a lot of shootings going on. It was like 2 shootings in a row, and I started looking again for gun detection or some kind of angle. Typically we're trying to find an angle of what's going on in the markets these days. If it's Ebola or anything, there's always something that you could trade that surrounds an event. And with the the shooting, so we look at, of course we could look at gun stocks in general, because if there's going to be a ban on gun, that's going to affect that. I apologize for that. I had a phone call. And again, getting back to the 3 stocks, let's just jump right into them. This LIXT Biotech, this is again an oncology company, and I was turned on to it back here. It was pretty cheap. So I get this thing at. So that's the one I got. I had to. My account's not open right now, but I have a nice profit on it, and it continues to push higher, and it's starting to move. Starting to move. So I like the overall chart of this. It's $1.30. Again, they just got an investment. They have it. There's an interesting story behind it if you put the pieces together. They have some drugs in I think phase 1/2 trials. They just recently had an investment in the company, partnership. So things are looking pretty good on this. And the chart, I like to look at the chart. It's just showing me some really good stuff. I mean, this doesn't look like a pump and dumper at all. It's a small volume, a small float, 12 million. It's a little bigger than I would like to see, but it moves like a small float stock. This thing really moves. It was up 50% today. At one point it was up 50%. And you could see, where it did. I remember, I was in this probably in 18 cents. I think I was in this one at 18 cents back here in July. I got in. So look where it is, $1.30 right now. And I took half of it off back here. I think it was during this pop or one of these pops, but still holding quite a bit of it and liking the setup here. So I don't know where this thing could go. These stocks, you don't want to throw it out there. I'm not going to be a pumper of this. I can tell you right now, if you find me a stock that looks this good on the chart, I'll probably get in it without even, looking twice. So that is the one biotech. The drug stocks. The other one is VERU. Now VERU, another interesting one. Was in on this about $1.18 to $1.20. Held it most of the summer. Hearing great things about it. Know a lot about the company. It has a few drugs in the pipeline. They're about to release the results for phase 2 trials. Supposed to be, the results should be out before the end of the year, and this being November means it's just, it's pretty soon. I would expect that. So you can see a lot of chart work on here because I was analyzing, I was holding it and buying it, and I have a big position in this. So it did come down here. What happened at this point right here? It was acting pretty good. Remember, I've been buying from 118 all the way up. I even have some above $2. My cost average, I believe, is 166, and on one account, and then I have some more shares on another account, which that was my original amount. I think is 126. So I definitely, looking back at it, sure, I wish I could have taken it off here and gotten back in here and pushed it up here, because there's been some pretty good pretty good action on this, but I didn't. I'm holding the original amount, still holding it. It's back here to 130. They had a secondary here where they offered, they did the financing thing where they issued some stock. Not much at all. Not much. Not a really dilutive event, but they issued the stock at $1.40, so the price adjusted to that level, and that's why we're trading down at this level right now. There is a divergence here, and there is a pullback. Now, like I said, I know people are in this and are probably disappointed because a lot of people got in at 2 because I was adding at 2, and now it's back down to $1.33. And what are you going to do? I'm still in it. Still expecting news out of it, and like I said, if you get news on this, that's positive news. This thing can go $3, $4, $5 very fast. So this is the point I'm at right now. Like to see news. We actually started to get a little pop on it today. Like to see the results of some of the trials, how that's going. If you go back and look at this company, I'm not going to go into it too much, but it's very easy to go back, go to their website, learn about, listen to their conference calls, listen to their health presentations there at the oncology conference, and what they have going. It's very promising stuff, and it looks pretty good. And they're just waiting for the trials to get over and to move on to partner up. So I'm liking the story on this one. So that was that. So we did the LIXT. The other one is the PTOTF, and this is the gun detection stock. I think I started talking about this one before. All right, Canadian company. I found this one. Like I said, there was some school shootings. I started doing research, found it. I like the technology. Just kind of this radar you put in a hallway or in the public area, and it screens the people walking by for weapons and stuff. It's non-invasive. It's really pretty cool. So, all of a sudden, I get in it down here in about $1 and change, and the next thing you know, it's $2 and it's moving up. And just recently, they just partnered here with this gap up. They partnered with Cisco. Then they came out with a secondary. They did some financing. Of course, the stock here kind of repriced in here a little bit lower, and then the next day it gapped up, big gap up, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty impressive. That's a nice reversal. Leaves a little island reversal back here, pop back up, and then today kind of, I don't know what happened. It must have been the last candle. It kind of was drift. Oh yeah, it's kind of drifted all day. It kind of gave back a lot of that pop, but overall the chart looks good, and the partnership with Cisco is really good. If you read into that, Cisco says that now this company is going to have access to all their companies that deal with this type of need. So there's going to be a very good close working relationship, and they're going to be working on stuff also. So look at do some research on it. Patriot Technologies, they just teamed up with Cisco. If you look back at the chart, hey, there's something going on here, and if there's any more shootings, which there probably will be, knowing the world and stuff, this will probably get a little bit more attention too. So once that happens, this is an under the radar one. Didn't discuss any of the weed stocks and the cannabis stocks. We did recently just trade this CGC on a bounce, which was nice. And you know, but for those cheap ones, those three, the PTOTF, Patriot 1, the LIXT, LIXT, another beautiful, beautiful chart, and the VERU, which still in it. I mean, I wish it was acting a little bit better. I'm just waiting for news now. This was probably the one that has the best pullback going for it. And it actually does have a divergence here. There was a divergence here. It popped back up. There's a little divergence here, and it started to move back up. It's also a trend line retracement. Again. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that. I discuss these stocks every day on the radio, day trading radio. One more thing, I want to remind you, we're going to have an election day special. Let me bring that over here. My beautiful artwork I worked on today. Let me move it back over here. I apologize. Can't really see it too good. Election night is going to be, there it is. We're going to be covering the markets. That's Tuesday, July 6th, 2018, 7 p.m. Of course, I'm going to be doing the markets during the day from 8 in the morning until the evening hours. But we're also going to do a special overnight broadcast, at least from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. And we're going to probably see a lot of action in the markets based on the results of the midterm elections. So we're going to have some guests. I'm going to have some call-in guests, some people who are really good into politics. I'm working on that tonight. I'm going to have traders in the office. I'm going to have some trading stations. It's going to be a good night. So I'm inviting everyone to. That's next Tuesday, election night. So be sure to tune in, daytradingradio.com.